Hey guys, what is up? Stickboy here, and welcome back to another Let's Watch. And here we are. We have reached the end of Ouran High School Host Club. Actually, we're 2 episodes away, but I'm going to knock them both out in this one video. So, this is going to be a series finale, and is actually the first series finale that I've seen since Weirdmageddon, which was the finale of Gravity Falls. So, that's actually been a couple of years. So, this should be interesting. I am going to do a little bit of an update, kind of let you guys know what's going on, since the majority of my views, as a matter of fact, probably 80% of my views are coming from this particular series. I figured I should probably go ahead and, hey, check out the Christmas decorations, by the way. I mean, what little bit. This is as Christmassy as I get. But I figured I'd do a little something. So, anyways, that's neither here nor there. What was I saying? Oh, yes, update. Because so many of you, so many of my viewers are from this show, I'm going to do it here. If you're one of those people, and I know you're out there, that doesn't really want to hear the update and just wants to get to the reaction, you can go to this timestamp, this timestamp right here, and I'm fucking with you guys, and watch the reaction. But for those of you who didn't click on that timestamp, here's what's going to go on. After this video, I will don this outfit one more time because it was requested of me to watch the blooper reel from this show. So why not? So that'll be something that I do. It's 30 minutes long. I was going to watch it at the end of this video, and then I looked at the YouTube link, and it's like 30 minutes long. It's as long as a regular episode. In fact, it's like an episode and a half long. So it's going to get its own video. So it won't be this one. But beyond Ouran High School Host Club, we've got all 3 of my series that I actually started this channel for are on hiatus. MLP is on hiatus. Steven Universe is always on hiatus. And then Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I'm actually debating whether or not I'm even going to continue reacting to Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Number one, it's incredibly hard to get it on YouTube. I can't even dispute it and get the viewing restrictions lifted. So I've been having to take them all over to Google Drive. And I noticed that not really very many people are interested in those reactions. I think they are getting maybe like 10 views at the most. So probably I am not going to react to Star vs. the Forces of Evil anymore. I'm just going to watch it and enjoy it on my own time because of those reasons. As for MLP, it will be back in April. Steven Universe will be back whenever they goddamn well feel like it. And so, we're looking at least January, the rest of December and January probably, without any of those shows going on. So, as far as anime that I want to look at, I want to do Ghost Stories, which is I know that it's a different anime that was dubbed. It was something else, and then when it was dubbed in English, it was done differently, kind of abridged for comedic purposes, and y'all know I like stuff like that. So I want to do that one. I've had that one on my to-do list for a long time, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll probably bring Tusk out for that one because it's spooky and everything. So if any of you guys like Tusk, you'll get to see him again for that series. And then the most requested that I saw, I do try to read my comments and see what you guys are into and everything. And the one that I got the most requests for that I could tell was an anime called Fruit Baskets. So I'll be checking that one out and seeing how easy that one is to get and download. Because I'm interested in looking at that. So I'll probably be looking at primarily those two series for the next 6 weeks or so after this series is over. That's that update. Make it short and sweet as possible. We're only 5.5 minutes in. That's not too bad. I've yacked longer than that about an episode before. If you watched Steven Universe, there's been a couple of them where I just go on and I look at the clock and I'm like, shit. But anyways, let's get on with Ouran Host Club. Let's finish this thing out. Guys, my allergies are killing me today. My nose is itching the hell out of me. So I'm sorry about that. It's just driving me nuts here. Gonna have to deal with it. I've started this video over like 4 times because it's just anyway. On to Ouran Host Club. This episode is called the Host Club's Declaration of Dissolution, and I happen to know that dissolution refers to something dissolving, disbanding, being made no more. And that was something that it would be kind of a spoilery title, except that I did kind of predict that would happen at the end of this series, because once the series ends, I mean, you have a group of high school kids. They're going to graduate. So they can't all stay, especially with Tamaki having assembled that as specifically as he did. He doesn't seem like the type of person who's going to want to recruit new people every year and have it evolve and have it change hands as people graduate. So, yeah, that's how that's going to be, I guess. Unless they're trolling us. They might be trolling us. I've seen them troll us with titles before, but that would make sense if that were to happen. The last episode is called This is our Ouran Festival. This is our Ouran Fair, or something like that. So I don't know what to make of that title. We'll just have to wait and find out. It's like it's all going to end peacefully. We'll see. That's probably they may be trolling us with that title too. You know how this series can be. So all right, that's enough of that. Let's jump. What's the timestamp? 7:40. Holy crap! All right. Well, it's a good thing I'm gonna timestamp that for some of you guys that wanted to skip over. But here we go. This is Ouran High School Host Club, episode number 25. Next to last episode of the series. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Kiss, kiss, fall in love.
Hey, hey, hey! Get a little more volume. Last time, it wasn't loud enough. Or last time it was too loud. Now it's too loud. Alright, that'll do. Fine, I really don't mind.
If I am to choose a road in this garden of romance,
Maybe we could take this chance.
maybe you're my love, and I would like to fly. A hand like yours should take mine, and with one kiss we could start time, and I'd fall in love with you. Tomorrow's far away. This place I welcome today, just you and me in our beautiful spring, and we'll always fall in love again. Hey, hey, maybe you're my love.
If there's one thing I'm gonna miss, for sure, it's gonna be that theme song. School fair. The morning before the fair. Okay, so
Oh, and those go in the central
the
building's
fair's
main
supposed to be
salon,
the...
okay?
All right.
Hey, be careful with that.
Aren't school fairs meant to be, I don't know, more about students proudly showcasing unique things they've made by hand?
Perhaps for a mere average school.
Of
yes.
course not. What show do you think this
But at
is,
Ouran, the
Haruhi?
emphasis is on planning and leadership skills. Keep in mind, most of our students are being groomed into positions of leadership, so they're required to showcase a talent for upward mobility, not arts and crafts.
Oh.
Whoa! Whoa!
Nicely done. You handle the reins like a pro.
Climb on board! We're rehearsing for the big Ouran Fair Parade!
Oh, wow, it's right out of
Horse
the
drawn
fairy
gun? Why
tale.
not?
How romantic!
Why not?
Can we have a ride too?
Yeah, what's with the Eiffel Tower back there? Did we go to France and I just wasn't aware?
Hey, you know you've gotten pretty good at this.
There's nothing to it. You should have practiced with me earlier.
Well, just because we're twins doesn't make both of us good drivers.
It's kinda neat having us all together like this for a carriage ride, huh?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, and for the actual parade
course.
tomorrow, we'll
How do
all
he
be in
looks?
18th century French costumes. Huh? Your outfit will be especially opulent, Haruhi.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. She looks totally into this.
The fair's opening ceremony has started. Let's make this fair the best one yet.
Sounds good to me. The host club declares dissolution.
Okay. Oh, it's Casanova again. You know I gotta call him that. The host club is open to the general public.
Now remember, as part of the fair, the host club will be open to parents and visitors for the next 2 days, which means we will need to be even more charming than usual. Let's get out there and show our honored guests the time of their lives.
Isn't it just wonderful, Mother? This is the host club I've been telling you so much about. What do you think?
Well, actually, I cannot say I approve of this.
Of course.
I think that these young men just enjoy being fawned over.
You are quite
No.
right, madam. We are such shameless, selfish creatures. All of this is mere pretense for spending time with lovely young ladies such as yourself. It is a weakness. Forgive me.
What an enchanting club! I told you!
You're too kind, both of you.
Good grief.
He's good at what he does.
Mismatched. Allow
You
me.
gotta give him that.
Thank you very much.
How adorable! They must be brothers. The older one is so thoughtful.
Wrong.
But you see, our
Speaking
mother
of brothers,
and father were both so busy that they had no time for the two of us.
We played by ourselves, which is the reason we're so lonely now.
Oh, you poor things!
You have got to be kidding me.
how do he?
One of our
Have
daily
you-
goals here at the host
Have
club
you
is to
even
evoke
been
different
here the
time
whole
periods.
school year?
So we make it a point to thoroughly research a wide variety of historical traditions in the interests of maintaining authenticity.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah, quite impressively political.
Alright, Haruhi, what's wrong?
This is a bit too much, even by our standards. You could buy a small country with all the money we're wasting.
What nonsense! That's not the host club way at all, and you know it. Happiness is above any price tag.
I'm sure Kyoya's got it
Besides,
all
the
figured out.
exposure Will...
No, Haruhi's right. You have overshot the budget.
Kyoya,
The use of the salon notwithstanding, you had a period-style carriage shipped all the way in from France. Must you always be so capricious? Your impulsiveness overwhelms my accounting skills.
Typical.
whatever!
Well,
Capricious is just
Kyoya,
another word
didn't
for
you oversee
creative.
this?
You know that the whims of the host club king are the stuff of dreams. No price is too high.
Spared no expense.
Welcome. Can I get anything for you? Maybe something sweet?
You're with the host club.
Yes.
Father.
Do not refer to me as father. The term is far too familiar. You will address me properly as chairman.
Okay.
Ah, very good. Welcome, sir. Please, let me show you to your seat.
Thank you. Kyoya, my boy, if not for your being here, I'm sure this club would be a shambles. My son must give you no end of trouble.
Oh, on the contrary, sir. Your son's vision is what keeps us fine.
So Tamaki's dad is an asshole.
Yes. Of course. Haruhi, you're needed.
What?
Oh.
So you're Haruhi Fujioka. Come, sit with me.
All right, thank you, sir. So this guy is Tamaki-senpai's father? Funny.
Yep.
They don't look all that much alike. Nice to meet you, Chairman.
Wasn't he
I
like
was just thinking
adopted
earlier
or
that I ought
something?
to have paid my respects to you a long time ago. I'm so sorry.
You know, Chairman is so dry. Why don't you call me... Yes. Call me your uncle. It would please me.
Well, then again,
I guess the apple doesn't fall far from
I
the
was
tree
just
after
about to
all.
say
I
that.
find I'm just so busy lately that I'm seldom here in person. But I've certainly heard some wonderful things about you.
Oh, why, thank you, sir.
Huh?
If ever you find yourself in trouble, I want you to know that you can come to your uncle for anything.
Hey.
Mother?
That's Chairman.
What do you think you're doing? Remove your hands at once, please!
Kyoya-senpai.
Is this how my son has been wasting his time?
That's Kyo-chan's father, isn't it?
Are all their dads assholes?
You are an embarrassment to the Otori name. Suo, my friend, I am sorry you had to witness that.
That did seem rather harsh,
You
given
think?
how exceptional he really is. For a man with 3 fine young sons to carry on his legacy, your avarice would seem to run deep. I've heard about your trouble. Believe me, it's only a matter of time before the media gets wind of it. Please tell me you're not taking that out on your son.
Perhaps a little.
Kyoya, are you alright? Your dad is so mean.
You should never ever hit someone who's wearing glasses.
I don't think it's really about that.
Senpai, he wasn't upset with you
Close enough.
because of the host club, was he?
Don't worry about it. It's not like I haven't been expecting this.
Because of the host club?
Whims have consequences, Tamaki. Take my word for it, they do not come cheaply for people like us. Accept it. Life is hard. It's time for you to grow up and realize that dreaming only postpones the inevitable.
Haruhi!
Coming! Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit us today.
Start thinking about the future, son. If you plan on becoming head of the Suo family, there's a long, hard road ahead of you. You're going to have to live with the choices you make for the rest of your life. I advise you to think very carefully about what it is you really want before it's too late.
I
Now
mean,
look sharp.
you have college.
Grandmother, I'm so glad you could come.
Aw, that's so sweet. So that's Tamaki-senpai's grandmother?
I hate that woman.
Ooh.
Please come in. Take a seat.
Don't patronize me,
Yeah.
filthy child. Lady Eclair, come over here for a moment, please.
See, I think maybe the host club is not such a bad idea. Hey, her eyes are up there.
Hey,
Yeah,
I was just... What?
For the remainder of the day and tomorrow, you will be Lady Eclair's personal escort.
Oh, joy.
What's wrong? I gave you an order.
Hello there, Tamaki.
Very well, Grandmother. I will do everything in my power to ensure her happiness. Just as you wish.
Tama-chan isn't coming back, is he?
So does he really plan to spend
The entire fair escorting some stranger?
Come, my princess, let us be off.
And a bitch, no
Claire,
less.
right? Or something like that.
Who is she to him? That's the mystery.
I could tell you.
Oh, bring it.
Eclair Tonnerre. She's the youngest daughter of the renowned French Tonnerre family. They descend from royalty.
Indeed, the family has quite a history. Their wealth is something of a legend among financial heavyweights. In fact, just being associated with them makes you part of a very elite group. They also own Grand Tonnerre, a firm that's been buying up a lot of businesses in Japan lately. Of course, that doesn't explain why Lady Eclair has come here to visit Tamaki.
I don't know. I feel like the host club isn't such a bad idea.
Isn't this charming?
Maybe
maybe
it's one way the children won't turn out like their parents.
Was created by members of the Ouran Art Club.
How pedestrian. Clearly the work of novices.
I was gonna say, because you know she's gonna be a bitch. Like I can tell she's a bitch by looking at her.
What would you have me do? The students put a lot of hard work into these pieces, but we can go somewhere else if you like, my lady.
Tamaki, I would like to hear you play the piano. For me.
I mean,
that doesn't explain why Lady Eclair has come here to visit Tamaki.
I mean, I wouldn't trust her for a second.
In here?
Well, it is a music room after all.
What's up with Haruhi? She's been... Of course, she wasn't really raised in this, so... Like, none of this is gonna... She's gonna feel exactly about this, all of this, as I probably am.
So this is the room where you and that precious little host club of yours hold court, is it? I must admit it was impressive seeing you all in action earlier. You must be very close.
Naturally.
Yeah.
You know what they say, the family that plays together stays together.
Family.
She's gonna insult him, though.
Emotion. I believe here in Japan they refer to that as plain house. You're so whimsical, Tamaki. I bet they fall all over themselves trying to keep up with you. Especially that one in the glasses. The one that got slapped by his father.
Yeah.
Must you always be so capricious? Your impulsiveness overwhelms my accounting skills.
Could that be true? Is everyone making sacrifices just to keep me happy? Haruhi could be much closer to becoming a lawyer right now if I hadn't forced her to be part of this club. She came here to study, but I've completely monopolized all of her free time.
Who is it?
She seems to be doing okay, though.
Oh, Haruhi. What are you doing?
I just came back to change outfits. You were the one who wanted us to change costumes at least 3 times a day. Look, everyone's upset with you for disappearing on us like that. You should be with your club.
My apologies.
It's not exactly his
It
fault.
belongs to me for the time being. Forgive me for asking, but do I detect a hint of jealousy?
Perhaps.
Oh, Haruhi! So is it true? Is it true? You're actually jealous?
Sorry, but no. I guess I'll be leaving now. Some of us have work to do.
Hey, wait a second! Haruhi!
Okay, that's not fair. This is not Tamaki's fault.
Please, you can't possibly be interested in a shrew like that.
My lady, I would appreciate it if you would not refer to my little girl as a shrew.
Your little girl. They're not real family, Tamaki. So stop
Well,
playing
they're a lot
house.
closer to family than what... They're a lot closer to family than their real families.
Wouldn't you prefer the real thing? Because I can give it to you, you know.
For a price.
Oh my!
Don't trust that bitch for a second.
Honey-chan looks great!
She does.
Not bad. So where did the boss go?
He was looking forward to this the most.
Our king is lounging in Music Room 3. He's entertaining Lady Eclair.
Well.
Sounds like someone's a little jealous.
Like I said, I'm not.
Like you said?
Look, I just think that he's being even more irresponsible than usual today. You said it yourself, Kyoya-senpai. He's impulsive.
True, he certainly is. But in this instance, he's obeying the whims of his grandmother.
Yeah, he's obligated.
Please
Come on, Haruhi, you're smarter than that.
Don't patronize me. Guilty child.
You know, now that I think about it, Tamaki-senpai's grandmother seemed really cold toward him earlier. Is there some special reason for that?
Yes, there is.
Everyone else knows about it.
See, Tamaki-senpai is illegitimate.
Okay.
20 some odd years ago, the Suo family patriarch died at a young age. For political reasons, Chairman Yuzu
I knew he was either
rushed into
adopted
a
or
marriage at the behest
something.
of his mother, to a woman of her choosing. That's how he became head of the family. But several years later, the chairman fell passionately in love with a beautiful young woman he met in Paris.
Not long after, Tama-chan was born.
Okay.
No, Mother. I'm leaving my wife. I'm going to marry her.
The boss's grandmother vehemently objected. Because of her poor health, living in Japan proved too difficult for Senpai's mother. And so she raised him in France until he was 14. His childhood seems to have been a happy one. But as time wore on, family business on his mother's side went belly up. And when they were forced into debt,
the boss's grandmother, worried about there being no heir to carry on the family name, came up with a proposal.
I will provide you with the means to live comfortably for the rest of your days. In exchange, Tamaki is to come and live with me in Japan, without you. All contact between the two of you will be prohibited forever.
Damn.
These conditions are non-negotiable.
The current patriarch may be Chairman Yuzuru Suo technically, but for the time being, all of the family's assets remain under the control of Tamaki's grandmother. What's more, with his mother's health being so frail, Tamaki understood the grim prospects facing her if she were left to live in debt.
So he don't have any choice.
I'm going to go to Japan. It's all for the best. Just promise me, Mom. Promise me you'll take care.
Not long afterward, either out of anguish or just plain guilt over having bartered her son away for financial security, Tamaki's mother left France in shame and went into hiding. Her current whereabouts are unknown. To this day, he's never seen her again. Not once.
So, I won't get to see Mommy anymore?
Yeah.
I have no idea. He always seems so cheerful.
She understands that, doesn't she?
If I were in Senpai's shoes, I don't know that I could ever forgive my grandmother for something like that.
It's easy to feel sorry for him. But the hardships that he endured as a child helped mold him into the person he is today. He'll be fine. The host club is his refuge, which means when all is said and done, he still has us.
So they're not gonna abandon him.
Tama-chan!
Everyone, I have an important announcement.
But is he going to stay with them?
As of today, Lady Eclair, Tonnerre, and I are officially engaged. Furthermore, the host club will be permanently dissolved after the Ouran Fair. That is all.
Okay.
I run 1,000 miles, and I am barely breathing. Only the fuel of a passion heart keeps this body strong and moving forward. But could it be I found a place to rest? How far until I'm okay? Trees of the town reveal the time has come once again to shift our shade and color.
That's obviously a forced engagement.
Always changes around us, but weakness will always remain. Through all the pain, believe it, who we are right here and now. Raise one hand to the sky, raise them both, lift them high, and you'll cut through the darkness, make it go. The time to start is now, and I can show you how. Start with
his grandmother's really a bitch.
will be even bigger than ever before.
To be honest, I used to think you were the strangest bunch of misfits and loonies I'd ever met. I mean, serving as host.
But you're gonna miss them, aren't you?
Club? Next time, the final episode. This is our Ouran Fair.
Yeah.
All of you,
Yeah. She put him in a position. I mean, he's not ever had to do anything for himself. And she's provided everything. And so she's kind of holding that over him. I'm sure this Lady Eclair is, obviously she's from a rich family. And him engaging to her is the only way that, well, you know what I'm trying to say. He either does that or he conceivably gets left out on his own to fend for himself, which he probably does not know how to do. I don't know what he's going to school for. But this is high school. This is not college. This high school, sometimes it almost seems like college. They seem much more adult than high school students. Nonetheless, let's see how it all ends. I mean, he's going to have to choose. He's going to have to make a choice. He's got to either choose Lady Eclair. He's either got to choose Lady... hang on a second. This thing's acting up. This is not a good time to be having issues with the computer. But yeah, he's either going to have to choose Lady Eclair and continue to, have his way paid, or if he doesn't choose her, he's going to be on his own. So, and obviously Lady Eclair thinks the host club is a load of crap, along with literally everyone else that came, that was family to them. So, I guess the rest of them can deal with it, but Tamaki can't because of the position that he's in. The position that his grandmother put him in, which, yeah, I'm with Honey Senpai. She's worthy of being hated. Because, yeah, no excuse for that. So, let's see how we end, alright? Here we go. This is our Ouran Fair series finale, episode 26. 3, 2, 1, play.
Kids fall in love.
Hey, hey, hey.
I see you come, I watch you go. You never seem to leave me though. So is this love or hate will feel.
I'm really glad that I decided to do these both in the same video because they're certainly connected to one another. The two of them together are series finale. I was wondering if that was the case or what.
If I am to choose a road in this garden of romance, maybe we could take this chance. Maybe
He's gonna choose Haruhi, isn't he?
Hey, hey, maybe you're my love.
He's gonna bail. He's gonna bail and choose Haruhi, isn't he?
Haruhi? You sure you don't want any breakfast?
No thanks.
Oh. I forgot about him.
Well, I'm off then.
Well, she's not gonna tell him.
Welcome, Miss.
Host Club is open for business.
I know you. You're one of the Otori family's sons, aren't you? Unfortunately, you're the third son, so you can never be the family successor.
What can I do for you today,
Yes, I didn't know that. Thanks for reminding me.
You can tell me how much Haruhi Fujioka is still in debt with the host club.
Okay.
Haruhi? Someone to see you.
How are you today?
I couldn't help but notice that my Tamaki seemed to have a soft spot for you.
Just what are you getting at? Are you saying you're jealous of me?
Oh, listen to you.
Perhaps.
Tamaki won't be coming today.
Dude, she is evil.
I warned him that I would be upset if he ever showed his face at the host club again.
I wonder what happened to Tama-chan.
I'm getting worried something's up with him. After what he said yesterday.
As of today, Lady Eclair, Tonnerre, and I are officially engaged. Furthermore, the host club will be permanently dissolved after the Ouran Fair.
All right, gentlemen. No more idle chatter. Our guests are waiting for us.
Senpai, it's like you don't even care.
It's our job to take care of our guests to the best of our abilities.
That is true.
Remember, they're looking to all of us to entertain them. Their happiness is of the utmost importance.
He's right, Kouta!
Honey, Senpai, what are you doing?
Let go, Mori Senpai!
In the meantime,
Thank you for all of your hard work, Haruhi. After that request from Lady Eclair, your debt has been paid. You finally repaid us for that Renaissance vase you broke. So you're free to quit the host club. If you want.
if you want.
This is our Ouran Fair.
I knew this episode was coming, y'all.
When they're young, many assume they have all the time in the world, but really, that is never the case.
I didn't think it would happen
Don't
like
waste your
this.
time with something that will ultimately have no value.
You don't know anything about the host club. Kyoya-senpai works round the clock to make sure that everyone here is enjoying themselves. And did you ever stop to think that entertaining others might give each of us some fulfillment? How can you possibly say that what we do here is just a waste of our time? I don't care what you say. I think Kyoya-senpai is amazing.
She can say what she wants because she has nothing to lose.
I see. So that must be the honor student Kyoya told me about.
I'm concerned about our standing with Grand Tonnerre. They've recently been buying up Japanese companies right and left.
I can absolutely see why they see her as a threat. Why they feel threatened by Haruhi, because she has nothing to lose.
Once again. After all, it's not like the boy can turn against us.
But Tamaki has never been interested in anything involving the family.
Yeah, they can manipulate rich people with money and status,
I
but
told her that if he asked Lady Eclair to marry him, I would allow him to see his mother.
oh,
But you can't be serious.
jeez.
Your child is having to make amends for the indiscretions of your youth, my dear son.
Just an example of such manipulation. Sorry, guys, I'm not reacting to her. I am straight, but she does nothing for me because she is fucking evil.
Tamaki won't be coming today.
And you can see it. I mean, I could see it the second I saw her.
At the host club again. Tell me, are you Tamaki's lover?
No, miss, not at all.
I see. That's good to hear. Then I guess you must mean nothing to him.
While I may not be his lover, I know that I am not nothing to him.
Good use of a double negative there, Haruhi. See, Haruhi, on the other hand, I like. Back in the days when...
you not have any contact with your friends for a while. It'll make it harder for you to leave.
Indeed. Back in the days when cell phones could be destroyed by water.
There is a visitor here to see you, ma'am.
Please, have them come in.
Mr. Otari, why are you here?
I should be asking you the same question.
Don't you worry about him.
Well,
sir, it's a pleasure to see
Tamaki's hands are tied.
It's my fault that Kyoya joined the host club. I'm really sorry. But sir, I don't understand what you're doing here.
We're terribly sorry we had to ask you to come all this way. I hope the trip hasn't burdened you.
No. On the contrary, I'm always quite happy to avoid the press. From what I understand, my medical equipment company is about to be bought out from under me by Grand Tonnerre. And you know, it probably serves Kyoya right. The company I was considering handing over to him will forever be out of his hands now.
Excuse me, sir. But there's one more thing. I have a favor to ask you.
Kyoya-senpai, what's with this outfit?
We told you it's a costume for the special parade.
She looks so cute, Haru-chan.
I don't understand. Why am I the only person dressed as a girl?
Ah, come on. It's cosplay,
Can't
so
imagine.
It's okay for you to dress like a girl.
I am one, you know.
Haruhi, you just kind of contradicted yourself.
I can't believe Senpai didn't show. I really thought he was going to make it despite what she said.
Well... I think he's going to, but...
Hello, Shima. Been a while, hasn't it? It's Kyoya.
He's going to have to think about it.
Master Tamaki, isn't it? I'm sorry, Kyoya, but the master will be departing for France soon. I tried to talk him out of it.
Bullshit.
But he said the Suo family had forgiven his beloved mother, and that he was finally going to get to see her again.
Oh, wait, she's not his grandmother.
If he stayed at Ouran any longer, his capriciousness would only continue to make trouble for you and everyone else in the club.
How could he be so stupid? Evidently, Tamaki is planning to return to France.
Huh? Tama-chan is going to leave us?
You're kidding me! We can't just let it end so suddenly.
Well, I mean...
Excuse me,
this is the last episode.
Yes. I was just thinking. If the Master's mother really is as remarkable a woman as he claims she is, then I can only imagine that she would be upset with the manner in which the Master has chosen to leave Ouran Academy.
Do you know when he's leaving, Shima?
I'm afraid his flight is this evening.
Why is he leaving so soon?
He would have left sooner, but he said he had to wait until the Ouran Fair was ending.
Tamaki!
Tama-chan!
No way! The Ouran Fair isn't even over yet!
My family's car should be in the parking lot. Haruhi, let's go.
So they're going to chase him down?
We're in a hurry. Can you drive us?
I'm sorry, sir, but...
What is it? What's wrong?
Well, you see, the thing is...
You want to tell me your orders? Let me guess. You've been hired to protect Lady Eclair.
I'm truly sorry it has come to this. But as you know, as members of the Oratory Private Police, we answer to your father.
Damn it!
I'm terribly sorry,
There's
sir,
that
but
temper
we've
that
been ordered
Kyoya
not to
has.
allow any of you to leave, even if we have to stop you by force.
Speaking of which, hey, wait, yeah, I was gonna say,
take the carriage.
I seem to remember Honey Senpai being able to take down like all of them at once.
It's Hani Nozuka and Mori Nozuka.
And we don't have guns. Fortunately.
Go get that idiot. Hurry. Now go. This is your chance.
Okay.
Don't just stand there! Stop that carriage!
Takeshi. Don't go easy on him!
Don't worry, I won't.
You know, if they actually had orders to keep them there, you'd think they would have prepared for those two.
My friends is a big no-no!
You should never underestimate the Ouran Host Club.
Yeah.
Hikaru, Kaoru, Haruhi. Please bring him back.
I mean, I'm sure a horse-drawn carriage can catch up with a car.
Don't you think we should slow down? Somebody could get hurt.
We're not slowing down till we get the boss back.
But Hikaru?
If it wasn't for Tamaki, then the two of us would still only be lost souls. We were able to become friends with Haruhi and the others because the host club brought us together.
Yep.
To think that all of it could end so suddenly like this is something that I can't tolerate.
But
No, Hikaru! Hikaru! Hikaru!
okay, no, you don't get up from
Are
that.
you okay? Is your arm hurting you?
This can't be the end, boss. It's just not fair.
Dude, you don't get
The
up
host
from
club's
that.
the only thing that made us happy. Damn it.
Well, I'm off then.
She gonna do it by herself?
You can't talk to your dad about it? What's the matter? How did he?
What do you mean? I'm just not that hungry this morning, that's all.
You can't fool me, kiddo. The last time you skipped breakfast was after your mom's funeral. And it was a while before you could eat again.
So, I won't get to see Mommy anymore?
There are many things in this world that you cannot ever change, no matter how desperately you try. Just remember, Haruhi, you have to stay brave, even if it seems like your world is crumbling around you sometimes.
I feel like we could have gotten more character. I feel like we could have gotten more character development from her dad. Yeah, she's gonna go herself.
What's she doing?
What Kyoya just asked her to do.
What's the matter, Tamaki? You
Just
haven't said a word
go
since
off
you
and
moved.
leave the twins.
You're a host, aren't you? Come on, entertain me.
I have a question. Are you sure about this? Will you even be happy married to me, or are you just following orders?
That's a good question, Tamaki. I don't understand how she caught up to him, though. What? No. No!
That's Haruhi Fujioka.
What are you doing, Haruhi? This is dangerous! Stop the carriage now!
No shit.
Senpai! Please come back to
That's a hell of a carriage!
Stop the carriage!
All of us would be completely lost without you, Senpai!
But
It's a hell of a pair of horses, too.
You really are an idiot! What's wrong with you? After all this time we've been together, you still can't tell when we're joking and when we're serious? Everyone loves being in the host club! We really do! Even me, Senpai! I love being part of the host club, too!
Don't worry, it's completely safe. Dude, don't look at her. Don't listen to her. She is full of shit. Look, guys.
Raise one hand to the sky, raise them both, lift them high, and you'll cut through the darkness, make it go.
I just don't feel like either one of them could make that jump. You guys still have a landing to make.
That was reckless, Haruhi. You have to be more careful. Look at you, you're soaking wet.
A little water never hurt anyone. Besides, people are always telling me that I'm dripping with good looks.
So many parts of that chase scene were physically impossible.
Oh, man.
But hey.
He's such a moron.
Let's go ahead.
Miss Eclair, you heard the stories that housekeeper tells back home, haven't you? The one who's always talking about her son who loved to play the piano for her?
Is he really as sweet as you say he is?
Thanks, Eclair.
I was going to give him the opportunity to see his mother again. He's such a fool.
Were you?
But even so, even for someone like me, he still smiled.
No. See, no, you're not gonna make me trust her that easily.
I'm sorry that we caused you concern. It looks as though Grand Tonnerre will not be purchasing my company after all. An unexpected backer turned up. They bought the company before Tonnerre had a chance, and the backer said that he was turning all the management rights over to me.
That was a bold move. Which funds manager was it?
A student investor called K.O. He cleverly left his name out of the deal, but it didn't take me long to figure out who it was. K.O. is Kyoya Otori. The new backer was none other than my own son.
At least we know we don't have to worry about the future. I thought I knew how brilliant Kyoya was, but it seems he's even smarter than I thought.
Maybe so, but I think your son is the one who's truly amazing.
Kyoya is pretty
I am
conniving.
responsible for the entirety of Kyoya's education.
We knew that.
I always knew he would surpass his older brothers someday. However,
Good
I
old
must
Tamaki.
say I'm shocked. While I can imagine Kyoya taking over a company, I never dreamed he'd turn around and give it right back to its original owner. As Kyoya grew up, I was constantly dangling the Otori family companies in front of his face.
It's all right, Tamaki.
Torturing him with something he could never have. Now, not only has he taken it out from under me by force, but he's basically told me that he doesn't want it and has thrown it back in my face. Do you understand what that means? It means he's finally found it. he's found something that has an even greater value to him. And that's probably thanks to Tamaki.
Yeah.
Though our companies sometimes cause us to compete, I think we'll get along just fine from now on.
Agreed. I think we can get along famously, just like our two sons do. I almost forgot. There was one thing I wanted to run by you. That honors student girl, Haruhi Fujioka, wasn't it? I think that she would make a wonderful bride for my Kyoya in the future. I just wanted you to know my intentions.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to get along after all. I'm sorry, but that's the one thing I could never allow, my friend.
Only those with excellent social standing and those from filthy rich families are lucky enough to spend their time here at the elite private school Ouran Academy.
Except for one.
The Ouran Host Club is where the school's handsomest boys, with too much time on their hands, entertain young ladies who also
have
way
too much time on their hands.
Think of it as Ouran Academy's elegant playground for the super rich and beautiful.
Yep.
Remember, you're welcome to visit us in Music Room 3 whenever you'd like to.
The Ouran Host Club will be waiting for you.
And we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
We'll see you then.
All right. So they did break up, but they got back together. All right. All right, and so ends Ouran Host Club. That was fun. It's a fun series. That last episode, it seemed really rushed, and a lot of things happened that it seemed like they just had to rush it all together without really thinking through how it was going to happen. I feel like that last sequence, that whole storyline could have been several episodes. It could have gone on 3 or 4 episodes instead of 2. And maybe that story arc just seemed a lot bigger than what you could put into 2 episodes. And of course, this chase scene was just silly. I mean, there's no way you could catch up to a car in a horse-drawn carriage. There's definitely no way that said carriage can jump off of that bluff and land on the road and not completely shatter into pieces. Whichever twin fell headfirst off of the carriage is dead or crippled. And yeah, there's no way Tamaki could have made that jump from the car off over the rail. He would have been in the road, going however fast the car was going. But hey, I mean, it was fun. It was fun, and we got everybody back together, and that's all that matters, right? So, until I watch the blooper reel, I guess this is it for Ouran Host Club. Man, I'm gonna miss it though, because I really started this channel for I think Star vs. Forces of Evil was a little more of an afterthought, but I really started this channel for Steven Universe and MLP, and then this one just kind of came in as something extra to do, and it wound up being the thing that gets watched the most. This became by far the most popular thing on my channel to date, so it's kind of interesting how that turns out, and now that's coming to an end. So where do we go from here? Like I said, I'll be doing the blooper reel. It's 30 minutes long, so it's going to get its own video. And yeah, I'm gonna be starting ghost stories pretty soon. I think I can get those off of YouTube. I'm gonna have to see about how to get them downloaded and everything. And I want to make sure that I can download the entire series before I start reacting, so there's not any problems there. But And then, like I said, fruit baskets. I got to check that out. That's been the most requested thing that I could find in the comments section. So, yeah, that's going to be the other one that I take a look at. So, until then, I will also. I'm going to look into the. I'm also going to look into the MLP movie, the one that came out back in October. See if it's out. I have not seen any other reactors react to My Little Pony the movie, so I don't know if it's something that maybe it's not out to download yet, or if maybe there's some sort of a copyright issue. I would put that one on Google Drive anyway. I would redirect that one. I wouldn't even try to get that one on YouTube. That's going to be just copyright out the ass, because it's got an all-star cast of characters, cast of voice actors, and a couple of songs by said all-stars. So yeah, that's going to be a copyright nightmare. So that will be, if I can find that one, I will do it. And yeah, so that's where we're going from here, guys. I just want to thank everybody that's watching. I want to thank everybody for sticking around and supporting the channel. And I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do to keep the anime going during this break. And yeah, that's all I got to say for this video, guys. Hope you guys have a happy holiday and Merry Christmas and all of that stuff. And I'll do some more videos before Christmas, and we'll make a little bit more use of this set before the holidays go away. So I'll see you then, guys. I'm Stickboy, and I'll see you later.